Video looks
We're at
great.
SUPER regional finals.
On our feet.
Things are getting
That
heated
station.
up. Mostly because people don't know how to put their props on right. And now we're having video issues with the ground station. This is the second time getting video issues. So, welcome to FPV. It's called first person view. And if you don't know, it's a lot of moving parts. Like I'll tinker and stuff. Well, this guy over here, can't see through the goggles of what the drone's seeing. So he can't fly. Race has been shut down just for a little bit while we get that fixed, and hopefully we'll start racing.
I was looking at it like, man, my quad looks so much different than everybody else. Oh.
That crazy X shape or square shape.
I love it. Line tile.
Really? Okay.
So what you doing right there?
I thought what was that one?
So I almost killed everybody without the race starting. Tech check with the props on.
Tech check
is
with the
a
props
no-go. Tech check is with props off. Don't be a dumbass.
Good. That's that one? So far, the only one with crazy RF explosion is Slugger.
You got my video too, right? I know I'm on the right channel because it's the channel I've been on. I keep getting lucky.
More possibilities for something to mess up. Props backwards. There goes your practice room.
Air mode! Air mode! Oh my god, air mode!
Alright. I know.
That'd be good. Mitchell's good.
Alright, I think I'm awake now.
You're on hypergale right now.
Okay.
Even though Sunny's
¿Cómo anda ahí, vos?
prop.
Cabrón.
Okay, you said honey's good. You guys know if it's okay?
And signal. Hold on. Hey, unplug, bro.
Along the road?
685.
No.
Yeah, no, we're good. Just checking the whole thing.
We were told we had to run $600.
Llegó Droners. No vine por gusto aquí. So. ¿Cómo anda,
size piece inside there to make room for the motors.
That's amazing. That's gonna be a cool video.
It should drop slightly.
Let me get your attention. No talking. Listening to me. Let me guys spread out in a uniform way. I want to be able to see all y'all's faces. So I see some of y'all hiding in the back because you're embarrassed. Maybe I've shamed you in the past. Don't worry. I've shamed pretty much everybody here, right? Anybody here not been shamed yet by me? No? All right. I got you. I'll take care of you. I want to make sure that I spread it among everybody. You know, it's hard running these events, right? You guys are here, you want to race, you want to have a good time. I want the race to run smooth. So sometimes I got to slap you around, I got to tell you to pay attention, and we have a good race. Today it's going to be extremely important. This is going to be, we're going to be racing each other, and we're going to be racing the rain. We probably have 3 to 4 hours of solid weather, and then it's going to get sketchy. If it starts raining, we're going to hang out, we're going to drop the sides on these tents, we're going to tell jokes, we're going to sing karaoke, we'll do something to stay entertained. We're not leaving. We're almost done. We're going to wait for an opportunity. We're going to finish this race. So that's the weather situation. Thanks for coming, guys. This is an important part in the history of drone racing. It's an important part of MultiGp. We're now entering into the second regional series. This is the second time we've done this here in Florida. One of the beautiful parts is because we've got great weather here for flying in Florida, we're usually the first ones to do this regional final. So everyone's going to be watching to see how today goes. They want to see how many laps you can do. They want to know who they're up against. They're going to be trying to do everything they can to do a better job in their regional final than you do here in this regional final. Congratulations for making it. I think you guys have seen that this year it was a little bit more difficult to get in than it was last year. Wouldn't you agree? I would guess that come next year, it's going to be tough to get in. Come the very last race of the qualifiers, it'll probably be the most difficult race to get in. So make sure you pay attention next year, that you get to that first qualifier, that you practice if you really want to make it next year. You're probably familiar with the course. We put the course up last month during the Mini Fest out here. It's available on the simulator. There's lots of videos. This is the 2017 Regional Finals course. It will be run at 14 different venues. You'll be running the exact same course as everyone else. If you want to get an idea of how you will probably do if you make it to the championship, compare how you perform here with the other pilots at the other 13 regional finals. It'll be a good comparison. If you see guys running one extra lap than you, that means you need to practice. You need to stop having fun, stop making jokes. You need to get out to the track, and you need to practice. We take Florida for granted that we have got great practice weather here. But I've seen people in other states with a lot less days, a lot less weeks that they can fly, and they're very competitive. Last year, at the championship, I was disappointed to say that Florida was not on the top 4 podium. Nobody from Florida made it. As a fellow Floridian, even though I run MultiGp, I'm a little bit biased. I want to see you guys monopolize that thing. I want to see 3 Florida pilots, and then, you know, maybe we'll let one other state get in just for, you know, I don't want to be mean, but I expect to see you guys perform well. I want to see Florida do well. So I'm hoping to see someone from here make it all the way to that final race in Reno. You guys have probably heard we're doing our championship this year in Reno, Nevada, at the Reno Air Races. This is a historic venue. This is where, for the last 54 years, people have gotten together who are called crazy by their friends, and they race airplanes. It is a historic place for racing airplanes. I think this is the next evolution in racing aircraft. So it's going to be our opportunity to show that to the world. I'm excited to see what happens out there. Let's talk about how today goes. You're going to be racing 2 practice rounds followed by 5 actual rounds. We're going to take your best 3 rounds. We're going to use your lap count, and we're going to use your time. If there's ties, it'll be the person who did their laps in the least amount of time. Is there any questions on that? Total time of your three rounds that we take. That make sense? You guys got that? Everyone will be launching from the launch pads. Everyone has had a chance, I think, to come out here and look at them. What's required is when you place your quad on the launch pad, before we say arm, your propellers are level. Once we say arm, you can lift up, stay flat, do whatever you want. You come off the pad, you'll be counted as jumping the gun. We'll go over the rules when that happens. Hopefully nobody does. You jump the gun once, you get a bit of a penalty. Jump it twice, you may get DQ'd for that round. Once Scully starts the race, time begins the moment we say go, not when you go through the start-finish line. You will get 2 minutes to complete as many laps as you can. When the time runs out, you complete whatever lap you're on. Remember, the clock is still ticking. So even though you may get that free pass, we're still keeping track of that time. So if you want to coast in that last lap, that's your strategy, but it may be the difference between making it and not making it into the championship. First place and second place will be given a ticket into the MultiGp National Championship Arena.
Florida, MultiGp country. As we go into this championship round, your leader still from round number 3. Fly Cucks, he's got a 5, a 5, and 5 from rounds 1, 2, and 3 for a total of 15. As we look to your next grouping in second, third, and fourth with 14 points, that is Tommy Pizzino, Davis D, and Navajo. Then we drop to fifth with EM Drones. Those are your top 5 with 13 points, EM Drones. Then we go Hyper FPV, Big Rush, Sunny FPV. But why is that top 5 important? Because 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd each have 2 rounds of 5 laps apiece. To them, it could come down to this final round for a fast 5, and any one of those 5 pilots could win the 2017 Pilots, goggles down, thumbs up. Pilots, arm your quads as we go live on the tone in less than 5. Exciting times in the sunshine. Once Arm your quads. Alright, pilots, arm your quads. Arm your quads. Arm your quads. Arm your quads. Alright, pilots.